Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Countdown to Arkham Origins. Today we play Batman Arkham City. Highly regarded as one of the greatest superhero games or comic book hero games of all time. Will Arkham Origins stack up to this? Guess we'll be finding out in just a few days. So, in comparison to Arkham Asylum, Arkham City seems a bit different in the feel of how the free flow combat works, because Batman moves a lot faster, and once you have a good combo chain going, he'll pretty much just start commando lunging to the next enemy, even if they're far away, as opposed to Arkham Asylum where sometimes you usually had to be closer, a little bit closer. Whereas in this, you'll like practically warp to the next enemy. Even if they're far away, he'll just lunge across the entire area and hit them. So, on top of that, Batman has a lot more techniques and moves at his disposal, and in addition to the kind of adrenaline rush mode once you reach a certain amount of combo hits on your chain, pretty much everything else will go into slow motion while Batman is moving extremely fast, so you have a lot better reaction time and all that. So, it's pretty much, once you get to that point, it's pretty much hard for anyone to hit you at all. I mean, you really have to mess up to lose the adrenaline mode if someone manages to hit you. But Batman has a lot more takedown moves, and the special combo Bat Swarm can be pretty much abused, really, because you can just keep stunning the enemies with that whole group of them, and just keep doing that over and over. Things like the Ice Pellet will explode and cover multiple enemies, or the Electric Shock Gun gadget can do the same thing and hit multiple targets as well. All that happens when you're in adrenaline rush mode. I know it's called that differently, but I just call it that because that's basically what it is. But yeah, the combat I find is a bit easier in Arkham City, and I do better at it because there's a lot more moves and options at my disposal, and Batman isn't quite as restricted in his movement as he was in Arkham Asylum. Also, on Batman's Batsuit design on this game, it's basically just an altered version of his design from Arkham Asylum. But there are differences. Some people have said that it looks exactly the same, except for like the Gauntlet's new look. Not exactly. Not really, actually. The only part that looks the exact same way, really, as Arkham Asylum is just the bodysuit itself. The gauntlets look different, they have a bit more of a technology look to them. So do the shin guards and the boots, and even his bat symbol looks a bit more traditional as opposed to the slightly more stylized and thinner look that it had in Arkham Asylum. Whereas in this game it's thicker and more of a full-out designed bat as opposed to that stylized version. And on top of all that, the most obvious difference is his cape and cowl are pretty much a bluish color. Now, I don't mind blue at all. In fact, I think that blue looks good on him if it's like a navy blue or a really, really dark one. Kind of like in Injustice, the Arkham City skin. That was a perfect dark blue in my opinion. But otherwise, I say stick with the traditional black. But there are some cases where blue will work, and it even makes sense in the fact that, say he's outside at nighttime mainly, and there's a lot of moonlight, he will be able to blend in well with that kind of blue color. But otherwise, when he's indoors or whatever and trying to stick to the shadows, black is the way to go. And honestly, it makes more sense to be black because he's portraying a bat. Of course, duh. The design of the suit is still good, and I like it, but I prefer the black color scheme. Black and gray. There was actually a tracing drawing I did of the Arkham Asylum render of Batman, and I recolored it to make his bodysuit a dark gray, and then to offset that a bit I had the cape and cowl like pretty much a navy blue, and it actually looked quite good in my opinion. But I'm happy that they're going with the full-on black color scheme in Arkham Origins, though. And most of all, I'm happy to see that in the new Millennium pack that they showed in the season pass, there'll be the New 52 skin. Now I know some people don't care for New 52 in terms of, you know, story and writing, but I do have to say I really like his New 52 Batsuit. It's probably my favorite one because to me it's a nice blending of the armored and traditional looks. I know I explained this before, but that's just me. I like that look. So when Arkham Origins comes out, to kick it off, I will probably just do a bit of challenge mode gameplay before I start doing anything else. I do plan on putting up multiplayer videos, of course. I probably won't put those up too often. I do know that I said that I want to do a walkthrough of the game after I've played through it at least once. So I'll be putting that up too. I have a lot of plans for Arkham Origins, and there's a lot of stuff in store for you guys that I hope that you'll enjoy. I've enjoyed making this series so far, and it's been a nice ride. This series, it's only had 2 games, now coming up 3, but it really has come a good long way if you think about it, for only having a minimum amount of games like that. There's a lot of changes and progress in the way of improving the story, and the mechanics of the gameplay is all just getting better and better, improving. But I look forward to Arkham Origins, and I really think that I'm going to enjoy it. Everything I've seen so far looks very promising. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and we will come back with some more Arkham City tomorrow, and then the following day after that will be our last day. Only 3 more days, guys, and then we will have our hands on a new Batman game. Hope you all enjoyed. Varia out.
Man down! Man down! Huh? Away from me! Leave me alone, Batman! Please!
Oh, Dark Knight, please don't feel any sense of pride in that move. It has merely proven to me that these fools deserve any pain you inflict upon them.